So today we're taking a look at the Simmons Titan 75 drum kit. Very inexpensive, nice kit for home studios and such. And I tested it with EZdrummer, Addictive Drums, Abbey Road Drummer, Studio Drummer, and the Logic Pro Drum Kit Designer, playing the exact same drum performances through each one, and discovered a few surprises, including one plugin that was the only one where I could get the cymbal chokes to work correctly. Now, most of these plugins, you just have a few settings to set and you're ready to go. But there are, like I said, a few surprises. And then there's also a few tips if you do some remapping, especially for the tom rims and such, because most of the time you're not going to use those for tom rim sounds. You can put cowbells on there and things like that. And if you're a Logic Pro user, you can use the Scriptor MIDI plugin to remap incoming notes before they even reach the drum software. And there'll also be a complete guide that I link to in the video description below. A whole setup of different things that you can do for mapping and stuff like that. Now, I'm only covering the 5 drum samplers today, libraries if you will, but I also have BFD, some other ones, Deviant Drums, and a bunch of other ones. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see a video on those ones as well. The Simmons Titan 75 drum kit comes with mesh heads, a 12-inch snare drum, and the snare stand. You have your kick drum and the 4 tom-toms with rim sounds as well, rim on the snare too, 2 crashes, 3-zone ride cymbal. All 3 cymbals do have a choke, but like I said, only one of these VSTs I could get the chokes to work. And we also have the hi-hat, obviously. Now, of course, this has its own sound library that you can use as well, but we're focusing on the VST and triggering today. It's reasonably priced. The module also comes with 2 outputs for additional pads, and it also has Bluetooth and a bunch of other stuff. And Simmons did send me this kit free of charge for evaluation and to do some videos and things like that. Guitar Center is actually the one that sent it to me. They now own Simmons. There'll be a links down in the video description below for all this stuff as well. So check it out there. If you have any questions, leave them down there as well. But let's get into this. Okay, so first let's take a look at EZdrummer here. One thing you're going to want to do is come into your MIDI settings, and we're going to just load up the Simmons Titan 70. They don't have the 75 in here. I don't know if they will in future updates, but the 70 works very well. And then we're pretty much good to go. So we pretty much have a standard setup right there. We got the rims. So we can't get the cymbal chokes to work on this one, on EZdrummer. And if you want to do additional MIDI editing, come in here and set different things. But even so, I was still not able to get the cymbal chokes to work properly. But we can also go to the TuneTrack standard kit here. And sometimes we find different things on the tom rims and such. So you do get the cymbal chokes there on the tom rim if you just have the standard tuning or the standard TuneTrack standard MIDI. Let's go back to the Simmons. Okay, so one thing we notice here is that when you have the preset for the MIDI Simmons Titan 70 here, when we play the rims, we're getting the rim shot sound, not the rim. Now, of course, like I said, we could come in here and map these and learn these and change that if that's something you want to do. I mean, how many times are you actually playing the rim of the tom? Maybe some songs you're going to do that in, and if you're doing it for recording, you could just change the MIDI notes after the fact as well. But if it's important to you, that's something to consider. So that's pretty interesting. And of course, this works with all the different kits. So let's say you have the Dream Pop here. Got some in the pocket kit here. And then you can explore your whole library here. All right, so let's move on to the Abbey Road Drum series here. We're going to want to, you can load up any of the Abbey Road series kits, really. This is the 60s drummer, and we're going to go to options and change the default mapping to general MIDI. See how that goes. All right, so as you can see, this kit only has 2 toms, so when I'm hitting 3rd and 4th tom, I'm not getting anything. There's a clap sound on the rim, but the basic kit is here, so you're good to go that way. And they have mapping options as well. You can change the mapping of any of these pieces here, so if you want to go deep dive into that, that's something possible. But right out of the box, you just hit the general MIDI, and you're pretty much good to go for most things that you'll be playing. This one, the cymbal choke, does not work either. That's another thing. Same with the other kits. You can load in the Abbey Road 80s kit, the 70s kit, and so on and so forth. The 50s drums. Got the 80s. So there we have, 4 toms. We got 4 toms good to go on the 80s kit. Then we got the 70s. So all pretty much working the same there. Again, I just changed the preset here at the general MIDI and the MIDI mapping. You can do additional MIDI mapping if you wish. And then for the studio drummer, again, same thing, just change your MIDI mapping to general MIDI. We got 3 toms on this one, so let's see what happens to that 4th tom in the kit. Okay, so there, the 4th tom is blank basically, and then the rims are just different sounds. Again, you can edit the MIDI in different ways. Okay, so now we have Addictive Drums here, and it doesn't really matter what kit you load up. So let's go to the MIDI mapping here. Now we have general MIDI set up right now. Now one thing I noticed about Addictive Drums is that we have a couple options here that work well. We have the Simmons SD600 kit, which is not the kit I'm using, but we'll just change it to that real quick here. We'll hit OK. And you'll notice that the ride cymbal is a crash sound. Okay, so the tom rims are still the toms. Now there are a couple of ways you could fix that ride cymbal because it's actually playing the crash of the ride instead of the actual ride cymbal when I'm playing the ride. So I did some exploring with the MIDI map. And of course you can edit this stuff as well, but I'm just showing you the quick way here to do this. We can actually just go to the general MIDI settings. It'll fix the ride, but it's going to change the tom rim sounds. So the first 2 toms, you got the rim sound, and then the last 2 toms, you got blank. So it's a trade-off. you get the ride cymbal to work with without doing too much editing. For me personally, a lot of this stuff is fine. I mean, how many times in a song do you actually play the rims of a tom? How many times do you actually do a cymbal choke? Now, if you're doing this live, that might be something to consider, but you could also just edit the MIDI after the fact if you're just doing it for recording. And this is just my opinion, obviously, how I would prefer to work, or not prefer to work, but just workarounds. And it's not that big of a deal, in my personal opinion, from my style or whatever. We can also, of course, again, let's get some Simmons drum kits in here just to test this out, since we are playing a Simmons kit, even though we're not playing the old school vintage Simmons. And we can explore different kits as well. Now, the Addictive Drums is the only one that the cymbal choke just worked right out of the box. All the other ones, I could not get the cymbal choke to work. So now we have the Logic drum kit here, which is the drum kit designer, and we can have some fun with this. It's just general MIDI mapping, and it works pretty well. We don't have the cymbal chokes, but let's check it out. As you can see, the tom rims are different toms, and then we have the blank ones are blank ones. No trigger over here. Now the cool thing about Logic is you can take a really big deep dive into their MIDI effects here, and you can do this with any of the actual plugins as long as you're using Logic. We got the Scriptor. There's all kind of different things that you can edit the pads with. This is more advanced stuff, obviously, but if you want to change your MIDI mapping, you can do it here. In fact, I think there is some MIDI mapping presets in here. Drum kit designer remapper. You could go in here and just kind of start editing stuff the way you want it. Now this is an interface kind of version. You can just go in the ChatGPT or something to ask to make you a code. I've done that before, so you can have all kind of fun editing this stuff. So I don't know if this has the, yeah, this one doesn't necessarily have the tom rims on it. So here's an example of a code I got from ChatGPT to remap some stuff. I also created a virtual drum map plugin guide here. They'll be linked down in the video description below. Actually, I used Claude AI to do this. I didn't know it was going to do all this, but it made me this whole like document of all the different setups in this, pretty much what we're talking about in this video. We got EZdrummer 3, Addictive Drums, Superior Drummers even. So you can check that out as well. But the Logic Scriptor section here, I do have one of the scripts down here, and I'll put the other one. I don't know if you could copy it and paste it in the comments because it's this code. You can check this out. But because for Logic, for some reason, when we have, and what you basically do, I should tell you too, you copy the code, you just paste it into Scriptor and then run script, and it's good to go. So on the Logic, the ride cymbal, for some reason, the crash does not trigger because it's in general MIDI, even though it works with EZdrummer and the other drum section or the other drum plugins. The ride crash is not a ride crash, so I put it in the script here, and I changed some of the rim sounds, and the snare I used a click instead of the rim shot. But as you can see, the crash is not there. So we're going to turn that on, and then we got different sounds on the rim of the toms, and we get the crash in here. It's just remapping stuff. So there we go. Now, to edit this stuff further, you'd open a Scriptor because you probably still want that rim in there. You can move the shakers and stuff around if you want them on different rims of the toms. Once you have the basic code, you can just edit it really quickly. Like for example, we got the ride here, tom rims, percussion set. Where's the snare drum? Okay, so the snare rim thing, we could just edit that out. Delete it, run the script, and then we'll have the snare back to the rim shot of the snare, and then still have the cymbal working correctly. And yeah, so there's just, you know, a bunch of fun you can have doing it. Not fun, I mean, a bunch of editing, I guess, you can do in here. So now we have the rim shot back on the snare, we have the crash on the ride, and then you could just experiment with your tom rims if you want to change those sounds up. All right, so there you go. Overall, every one of these drum VSTs worked with the Simmons Titan 75, but some definitely require more setup than others. Like I said, if you want the full, complete MIDI mapping guide, included ride cymbal fixes, tom rim remapping ideas, and the Logic Pro Scriptor examples, I put a link in the description, and you can check it out there. Let me know if you have any questions. I know this is kind of all over the place, going through different drum libraries and different MIDI mapping. Anyways, that is all for now. I will talk to you soon.